Hey guys, how are you? It's great to hang out with you a little bit here. Tonight is late for me anyway. Good morning if it's morning for you. I've been getting so many comments and tweets and questions about the new YouTube algorithm change and update, which I want to talk to you guys about, as well as bring you up to speed on some of the other changes and updates happening here on the YouTube platform over the past few weeks. I'm going to let you know about that so you can continue to grow your audience and optimize what you're doing here on YouTube to reach people and impact their lives. I have a question here from one creator that I think summarized this algorithm question pretty well, from Quirky Quinn. Hey guys, great video. I'm curious about how the new algorithm YouTube's recently implemented will affect creators, particularly small channels. Maybe you can even make a video explaining how to work the new system without resorting to clickbait and cheap tactics. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Either way, thanks. Well, you're welcome. Let's see if I can answer that question. I have a lot of thoughts about this, guys. It seems like this comes up, I don't know, a few times a year. I think I'm answering this question, and it's different popular YouTube creators bringing it up each time. And there's always been people saying that they've been unsubscribed from channels, and why am I not getting notified of your new videos and things like that. And it's a lot of people blame the algorithm. And first of all, I have no information about an algorithm change one way or another. I have no inside fingers to YouTube in that regard. There may well be an algorithm update. Maybe there's even a bug, or maybe viewing patterns are just changing this time of year around Christmas time and holiday season, or maybe there's something else. I don't know. But what I want to talk with you guys about is some of my thoughts surrounding these types of claims, and maybe give you guys some practical steps of how you can maybe future-proof your channel so that these types of issues don't affect you as much going forward into the future. For those of you who might not be familiar with what's happening, this is the first time you're hearing about it, there's a few big YouTube creators who are complaining that the algorithm, well, first of all, they're complaining that a lot of their views and their subscriberships are all dipping, and over the past few months that they've been getting far fewer views than they used to, far fewer subscribers. And that it seems like, in their opinion, that the videos that perform the best are the ones that get most engagement. And so they think, like, what they're saying is that the key to growing on YouTube now is to getting lots of engagement. And so they're doing all these things that people have really always done, which is trying to game the system a little bit by asking for lots of likes and asking for comments and asking people to leave like 5 comments and liking and sharing and like all these different engagement metrics, in hopes that their video will kind of get boosted somehow a little bit in order to get more exposure. YouTube's official stance on this has always been, as long as I can remember, and I've been doing this for over 10 years, is that engagement is not weighed very heavily as far as the algorithms is concerned. And the reason they say for that is because it's too easy to game, just like these people are doing. It's too easy to just go somewhere and pay a couple bucks to have a whole bunch of fake comments on your videos, or just a lot of likes from people who aren't actually watching your video in the first place. Even here at Video Creators, and maybe even your channel, you'll notice that maybe once you publish a video, you immediately get dislikes. And they couldn't possibly have actually disliked the video, because the video is only public for maybe a minute, and it's an 8-minute video. So like, what's up with that? So they don't gauge engagement very highly in their algorithm for how a video ranks, just because it is so easy to game and take advantage of it. Plus, the other thing to keep in mind is that different niches and audiences on YouTube, they engage with content differently. For example, like you can see how maybe I'm just making this up, but like a beauty channel on YouTube that has a really high middle school teenage girl population of viewers, like the engagement from that audience on YouTube would be totally different from a video that's equally as valuable but is on like maybe a car repair channel that has 50-year-old men watching it and just learning how to repair something on their car, and then they're gonna go fix it, right? So teenage girls, 50-year-old men on cars, like those are we're gonna have very different engagement rates. So to say that the beauty videos are going to start outranking and outperforming all of the car repair videos just due to that, like, I don't really think, I hope that doesn't happen, but I don't think YouTube wants that to happen as well. So a common thing that I think happens around this time is when things start changing and things start going bad on your channel and you don't really have good answers. I'm not pointing fingers, but it is easy to kind of just blame things that are outside your control. Like instantly start blaming algorithms, for example. Start blaming YouTube. And again, I'm not saying there wasn't a change because I don't have any information like that. I just know that this is like a common theme that pops up like at least a few times a year. I feel like maybe once a year, but it's the same things that popping up all the time as far as this issue is concerned from larger creators. So you guys remember, one, not every channel on YouTube is declining at such a rapid rate. I mean, some of these channels are growing very rapidly. I have friends who just this year, 2016, have gone from 0 to over 1 million subscribers over the course of a few months, right? And there's other channels, friends of mine, who are still growing. So it's not every channel. It's not like YouTube made some big, wide, sweeping change. It's just that, that is affecting everyone. It's just sometimes people see things go bad. They don't really know what's going on. And so it's easy to blame the algorithm. So the claim is that YouTube changed. Another claim is that YouTube changed from featuring here on the homepage. They're like, well, now it's just recommending videos instead of showing subscriptions. Now it's just showing like YouTube originals and stuff to watch again. And it's showing, different, like it's not showing your, reverse chronological order of newest videos. It's still here. You just click on subscriptions right here or subscriptions over here. And once you click on it, you'll see that, it's still here. Here's the videos from today. Turn off this, and here's that I'm subscribed to. I'm subscribed to about 400 or 500 channels. So here's the videos from yesterday. So they are still here, just like they were before. You can even click on grid view or list view and go back to that view if you'd like. But it's just that this is the old school view. You guys remember this from like most people use grid, I think. At least I do. Anyway, so it's still here. So I don't think that's it either. So let me give you maybe two things to think about as far as the decline and what I think might be happening on some of these larger channels. I don't have access to their analytics. I wish I did. I would love to dig into some of them and look into them more deeply for myself. But principle number one that I think is really important is, one, it's important that you reinvent yourself. Not all the time, but that's part of your regular rhythm as a creator, is you're always finding ways to reinvent yourself and to try new things, experiment with new things. I love that Casey Neistat recently, if you guys follow his channel, 5-point-something million subscribers, very successful channel, growing very rapidly, having a lot of success, and he decides to stop his daily vlogs and pull the plug on it because he wants to express himself more creatively in new ways. That's like, he pulled the plug on his channel. He didn't pull the plug. He's still creating videos, but he decided to start reinventing himself and give him maximum freedom and capacity to reinvent himself before the decline started kicking in on his channel, because creators or viewers will get bored of watching the same thing over and over again. And there are some channels that I've been subscribed to for years that reach millions of subscribers and are now losing subscribers every day for the past many months, almost like year and a half, I think, for the one that I have in mind. They've been losing subscribers because their content is the same as it was when I started watching them back in 2009. Nothing's changed. It's like, and your viewers will get bored. Personally, me here at Video Creators and on my family's channel at Smoothies, like I get creatively bored, and I'm always looking for new ways to reinvent myself. And so I think that, always keeping that in mind is good. PewDiePie in his video, when he was complaining about this, mentioned and kind of talked about his vlogs not performing well. And I mean, again, I don't have access to his analytics, but I'm like, yeah, well, no kidding. Like it's really like, let me say it this way. Audiences really don't like change. So here I am talking about reinventing yourself. What do I mean by that? They don't like these sudden drastic changes of things that are completely different. Now, you can do it once to try it out, but when you go from, one genre and you start experimenting, which I'm glad PewDiePie did, he starts experimenting with vlogs and things, but when you see that, like he says in his video, like, vlogs are really good on YouTube, why aren't they working? just because they work for other people doesn't mean that it's always going to work for you, right? And so maybe you could take an experiment, like something like vlogs, and you try it for a little while. You see, like, okay, this isn't really working as well for my audience. So maybe like I'm delivering a different value now than what people subscribe for and want from me. Now, he refers to his comments and says, but all my comments say they love it. And yes, you will have comments that tell you that they love your stuff, but commenters lie. YouTube analytics do not, you know? So if everyone comments saying, oh, I love this video, it's the best thing ever, and then you look at your audience retention and you're like, only 10% of the people actually got halfway through this video, well, maybe the 10% of the people who did get through the video or 100% of them commented or something. So comments, like, you can't judge by that and what people are saying. Look at your YouTube analytics, see what's actually happening, the data. That will tell you the truth of what's going on. So again, audiences don't really like huge drastic changes in the value proposition. Look at your stats and look at my notes here. So where am I? Yeah, so another thing to do, number 2, I would recommend is that you keep this in mind, that YouTube is a long-term game. It's not something that you, like if you just look at it this closely all the time, it's gonna drive you crazy, because I have never, ever seen a channel that is just always one continual straight line of growth from beginning to infinity. Like, it doesn't happen. There's always ups, there's always downs, and sometimes just downs for a few months, and then it goes up again. That happens on my channels. I think that happens on like every channel that I've been a part of and I've seen. I have never seen a channel that's a straight upward climb for like years and years and years and years. So downs are part of it, and yes, they can be kind of good discouraging, but the way I look at it, like, I'm into YouTube for the long-term thing. Yes, there's gonna be some, just like the stock market, I guess, maybe, I don't know, I don't have stocks, but that's what I hear, you know, where it's like, you gotta look at it from a bigger picture, and a few months of decline is rough to watch, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the road for everyone. So YouTube provided this link right here if you guys are interested, a brief survey. I'll have links to this in the description below. You can go click on it, and they're asking, hey, if you've been unsubscribed from a channel, they say that shouldn't have ever happened, and they can't see where that could be happening. But here's a survey for you to fill out, and the link to that is below if you have been unsubscribed from channels. Let's walk through a few other updates here, and I do want to hear feedback from all of you guys about this in the comments below about what you're thinking about all this. But as far as updates happening on YouTube that maybe you have missed, that would be important for some of you guys as creators, the YouTube Kids app now has an update. The main updates are, one, parents can block certain videos, like, I don't want my kids learning how to make a mess. So you're gonna block that video, and you can also block entire channels also. The parent's gonna create an account, and these other updates also, timer, which I thought was kind of admirable, being a dad of 6 kids. My oldest just turned 7, if you're not familiar with my family a little bit, so we have a lot of kids. YouTube's goal is to get people to spend as long as possible on YouTube. So the fact that they put in a timer here, it makes me kind of proud of them as a parent, because I know that works against their ultimate goal, but they're doing what's best for the kid and for the parent and adding that there. So I'm glad that they added that. And now you can also put it on your TV using Chromecast or Apple TV or something. And now it's age-based, has some age-based customization. So link to that in the description below if you're interested in that. 4K live streaming on YouTube, now a thing. I mean, I think we kind of know what that is, but 4K live streaming, you're going to need some powerful bandwidth, some mega bandwidth, if that's a thing, to live stream at 4K, but that's a new update. Now, the video progress bar is something a few of you guys have tweeted me about also, saying, what is this red line? And it's a video progress bar. It says on iOS, on the mobile app. Here's a screenshot. Actually, I can just show you for reals back here. For realsies, back here at my homepage. So on iOS, when you are, maybe it's not big, here it is, yeah. So on iOS, or even desktop, when you're watching a video, and now it shows you what your progress has been through, and I have the vidIQ Chrome extension on here, so let me go back to my screenshot, make it a little bit easier. So this video, I only watched up to like this point, so I watched like 2/3 of this video, then I stopped. Where these videos I watched 100%, so the red lines all the way to the end. So now when you log into YouTube, you can be like, oh yeah, I started that video. I kind of wanted to finish it. I only got, about 2/3 of the way through. It's just kind of a quick indicator now when you look at your videos to kind of see how much you've watched and where you're at with each of them. And then the last update I want to give you guys is that they have a new chart. If you go to youtube.com, I'll just put links in the description below. They have YouTube music charts to kind of highlight which videos are on fire, which ones are just burning up the view counts right now. And so now there's a music video chart, and you can go look at all of those down there if you like. And that's linked up down there in the description as well. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. And if it is your first time here, I'd love to have you subscribe, because this channel is all about helping you guys grow your YouTube channel so you can spread a message that reaches people and changes their lives. And I will see you guys on Thursday for another training video. And then also, if you want to check out the podcast, that's at iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Got some great podcast episodes coming up for you guys as well. So check them out, subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye.